Hi, hello, good morning. I apologize if that felt a little bit aggressive, however, I don't do intros on this page. You're just stuck with me, buddy. Anyway, today we are doing a mic'd up full body workout. I'm gonna take you guys through my personal full body work. I'm excited. I'm not really that excited, but I'm excited because I was supposed to film this last week. However, here's what happened. I drank something, it my face up, I got sick, had to go to the hospital, and couldn't film. Here we are on the day that I'm supposed to be traveling to London, and I'm just like super sad and very stressed. But we're gonna get this done because I love you guys. I love you a lot. I know I don't say it often enough, but I want you to know that I do have deep feelings for you all. I think that this would be a great opportunity that if you have laundry that you've walked past 3 times this week already, to go ahead and sit down and get it done. This is going to be a very yap heavy video. Just want to give you a heads up, bro. Now get up, be productive. Sorry, I got scared. You guys kind of get me there. You guys like this lighting? Welcome back to my channel, Stinks. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Taliyah. If you're not new here, my name is still Taliyah, and I'm happy to see you. On this page, not only you're gonna be educated, okay, but you're gonna be entertained, and then I'm gonna fondle you. Which sounds kind of gross, I know. But I think it's quite nice. Every time I do a mic'd up video, I'm like, oh, like, am I yapping enough? Is the video gonna be long enough? And then like I watch and it's like an hour plus long worth of footage of just talking. So I think today we should just go ahead and get into the ASMR. I don't think I'm gonna put on any makeup today because is it giving skin? Like, or am I tripping? Is it giving skin or am I tripping? Also, like, these little star patches are so cute. Like, I go to the gym like effortless chic. I have hydrated skin, like no makeup. If I do put on some makeup, it might be like some mascara and like maybe a lip stain just to add a little bit of color. I feel like I want to set the mood. I don't know why, but I'm feeling super horny.
What do you mean by that?
And so I'm gonna make you horny. I do believe in fairies. By burning this candle that I accidentally bought. I was at Free People and I smelled it and I was like, oh my god, like that's so nice. And then I was like, yeah, ring me up. She rings me up. It's $42. Now this is a nice candle, but $42 is steep. Also guys, like, if you guys like my content and you want to see more of it, follow me on my other pages. I have an Instagram and TikTok too. I also have a Pinterest that I did grow to like 11,000 followers. However, I just didn't really know what I was doing on there, you know? Like, I did all that work to get myself there because I thought it was gonna make me money, and like, I never went through the process of how to figure out how to monetize it. That's my Instagram. She's cute, she's fun, she's pretty aesthetic. And then my TikTok, same page. You guys wanna see some content? If that doesn't sell you, I don't know what does, okay? I got cracked last night and now I don't have to do my cardio. That's funny as f. Alright, I'm done. Surprise angle! Bow, bow. Guys, I'm like really not feeling like doing anything. I don't even think I'm gonna take my hair out of these pigtails while I'm working out because I already don't want this mother in my face. Sorry, what? I need to relax. But yeah, okay, let's go pick out a gym outfit. What are you guys thinking today? Something productive, something fun, something like you, because I want to wear your skin. It puts his lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. I'm your Buffalo Bob.
Puts the lotion on. You have no idea what kind of hell I can bring you!
We can be free. Sorry, every time, I don't know what the f going through my mind right now. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what are we picking today? What color are you guys feeling? What color is God feeling? Not to bring God into this page, because I know some of you guys do. I mean, this is my page. What is God deciding? What's the universe deciding today? I have to look. You guys f a berry? A little berry moment? This is pretty sexy. She's sexy as f. What about a nice matching top? Do you guys want to see tit or do you not want to see tit? You know what I mean? Like, what's our vibe? I'm thinking tit. I'm thinking slut. I'm thinking dirty whore. Boom. And in transition. Oh my god, what? Outfit! Gym outfit! What do you guys think? Take a cute look. Yeah, she's booby. Stop looking at them. But it's so cute. This is new everyday seamless. Hopefully it's still in stock because it's as. But you guys already know how I feel about this sexy line. Also, if you do get anything from Gymshark, use my code STINKY10. On a sweater, I was cold. Okay, so for supplements today, I am just going to put it in this water bottle because I left my other water bottle, my Stanley, at the dealership while I was trying to be a adult. So I'm gonna do some aceto L garantine. I'm gonna do some creatine. That is something that I always do. I've been taking it for 3.5 years now. And you know, she just does her thing. For the ladies who are scared to take it, don't be. It's even better for women than it is for men. So I really don't care about men on this page. Unless you're cool. But if you're not cool, then I really don't like you. And then I'm gonna do an electrolyte packet. And that, my friend, is your crack supplement, okay? This drink is gonna get you turned the up, if not cracked. I also need to eat something, but I have no food prepped, so I think that this is probably a good time to introduce this week's sponsor. Huge shout out to Factor for sponsoring this week's video. Oh my god, yes, thank you. They're gonna make meeting your goals a whole lot easier, okay? Not only is it more convenient, but they deliver everything fresh, it's never frozen, and everything is dietitian approved. They have a whole team of gourmet chefs that create each meal using only ingredients with integrity, which I think nowadays is extremely important. You get to choose from a weekly menu of 35 different options, whether that's keto, protein plus, calorie smart, veggie, vegan. They have a whole bunch of options, okay? And it fully eliminates the hassle of prepping, cooking, cleaning. All you have to do is simply heat it, pull it out the microwave, put it on a plate, and boom. I want to show you guys some of the options that I have today and one of the options that I'm going to eat before I head over to the gym. So this one is a honey butter chicken breast with a mashed potato, roasted zucchini, and caramelized onions. And then I also have a fiery red curry chicken and ginger rice with a roasted sesame bok choy and zucchini. And then they also have these pressed juices that I love so much. They taste so refreshing, so delicious. My favorite one is the apple beet and ginger. Now you guys can head to factor75.com or click the link below and use my code 50Taliyah to get 50% off your first Factor box and free shipping. That's code 50Taliyah to get 50% off your first Factor box and free shipping. Okay, you're welcome. Mwah. Okay, good morning. So we are down here. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching beforehand because typically like I have cardio first, but I usually won't do any stretching before cardio. However, because it's full body day, I'm doing legs. I got the knees of someone that has been doing dirty things on for a really long time, for 40 years, okay? And it starts with foot and it ends with cur, okay? Hooker. So I don't know if you guys have seen my like ankle mobility, hip mobility, and like knee strengthening workout like video. I have a whole video on that, but I am someone that suffers from that, and I think I'm too young to be suffering from that, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like if I could wish that on my arch nemesis, I would. Men. Which though I'm sure a lot of men do struggle with this as well, but I don't feel bad. You know, the way that I'm speaking makes it sound like I have an issue with men. I don't. I think some of you guys are okay. At least the ones that aren't weird or incels. But yeah, so for the workout, I'm gonna kind of give you the rundown a little bit. So we're gonna start with our cardio. We're only gonna do 20 minutes. This workout's gonna last us literally no longer than 45 minutes. We're gonna be in and out. We're gonna do a couple of leg exercises and we're gonna work our way up the body and finish up here. And then we might do a little bit of core. I'm not sure. We'll see how I feel because this does need to be a quick workout, but it's going to be quick, challenging, and effective. Unlike most people in the bedroom where it's just quick. So yeah, finish out stretching and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh my God. So I was obviously down here yesterday. The video that you guys saw last week was the video I filmed yesterday and no one has touched the bike since then. I feel so blessed. So lucky. But yeah, so we're gonna do intervals. So you can do it a couple ways, right? Like if you really wanna get a good sweat in, I would say do 1 minute up, 1 minute down and just alternate for 20 minutes. However, I think that would just drive me crazy. So I'm gonna do the first 10 minutes. I'm gonna do 3 minutes sitting and then 2 minutes standing, 2 sets. That's gonna be 10 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna do like a full song of sitting and a full song of standing and then kind of see where I'm at and maybe just do some quick intervals at the end. But let me kind of get that heart rate up to really have a good time, be spicy, be cute, be very demure. You know what's so funny? I was talking to one of my clients yesterday about this on our call and she was just like, oh my God, like I hate the Stairmaster. Do I really have to do Stairmaster? No, I hate the Stairmaster too. However, when it comes to cardio, right, like the thing that is going to benefit you the most is the mode of cardio that you enjoy the most. There isn't one that's more superior than the other. If you want to walk on an incline, walk on a incline. If you want to bike and cycle and be like me, be like me. If you want to be on the Stairmaster, be on the Stairmaster. If you with the elliptical, I find that to be weird, but whatever. Maybe you're a rower. My old college professor, Professor Privet, hashtag shout out, she was a rower. Like she had a crazy back and that was her favorite mode of cardio, and I can't sit there and talk about her if that's what she likes because she's consistent with it. My advice to you guys is to experiment with a whole bunch of different modes of cardio and figure out which one you enjoy the most and stick with it. Don't be convinced by social media. Don't be convinced by me to cycle if you don't like it. I only tried it on a whim and I thought it was too easy to be good, but it felt so easy to me that I was able to stay consistent with it. And that's really what matters. Oh my God, the only thing getting me through this day is that I think I packed so well for London. Like, it's supposed to be raining but also warm. Like, there's some cooler days and some warmer days. I think I packed like the perfect summer wardrobe and also the perfect fall wardrobe. Like, I got some sweaters in there, I got a belt. Like, I look like a goddamn grown woman, and I can appreciate that because I am grown. I'm 25. But anyway, guys, should I like update you on my life? Like, what's going on over there? I don't know, I'm kind of scared. So I've dated a decent amount of people. I've done my fair share of dating. I have never felt this urge that I could fall in love with anyone. Every time I've dated someone, it's always been like an ends for a mean or a means for an end. I'm just kind of like waiting on the day where like I'm like released. Like, even the last guy I was telling you guys about, like at the end of the day, as much as I cared about this person, like I knew that it was never gonna work long term, and that sucks. But you know, that's just the reality of it. I feel like right now I am actively like dating someone, but this is the first time that I feel like I could fall in love with someone. And I hate saying that because like watch I come back on the internet like 2 weeks later being like this, that. It is what it is. Like, because like even for instance, not to put that energy in the universe, but even like if this doesn't work out with this person, like I know exactly what I need for that to even be a possibility that I could see myself with someone long term. And this is the first time that I've really ever felt that way. And it's nice because like they don't make me feel like I need to dim my light or make me feel silly or make me feel stupid about who I am or the things that I do or the random outbursts that I have. It makes me comfortable and it makes me feel safe and it makes me feel valued. And those are things that I don't think I've really felt in relationships before because I'm looking at such a very specific thing and there are these other feelings that I need to feel in order for it to be a full circle, a complete thing. And I just don't think I've ever seen it until now. And I'm grateful. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a show recommendation if you're not hip. You need to watch Buccaneers. Oh my God, I love Buccaneers. It's kind of like the Amazon version of Bridgerton, but I love it. Like, I'm super here for it. There's deep yearning, there's drama, there's other storylines as well, and all the storylines in my opinion are pretty interesting. I feel like sometimes when I watch a show and there's like alternate storylines, I'm like, I don't give a about these people, but I like them all. It's really good. I just love watching shows and movies about love. Like, I'm such a girl, and I don't care. I don't care actually, because you want to know what? Hell yeah. But yeah, watch Buccaneers. There's also this other show that I started watching last night called Too Much on Netflix, and it's pretty much this Jewish chick like ends up going to London and like experiencing life, but she's like a lot. Like, she's funny. She kind of reminds me of me. Damn, is this show about me? Also, like when I'm in London, I'm only holding myself to a standard of working out 3 times a week, and then making sure that if I'm not gonna work out or go to the gym, that I take a morning walk for an hour. And I'm gonna hold myself to that. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook. I'm listening to Zodiac Academy Book 3, The Reckoning. I want to make travel more normalized in my life, but in order to do that, I have to be able to have balance between, you know, being in these new places, experiencing them, but also making sure that I'm being responsible for the things that I have to get done, especially if it's something that I want to make more normalized in life. And this goes for anyone. Every time I leave, I can't treat it like a vacation, because then I'm going to treat it like a vacation. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like responsibilities don't matter. Like, we're in a new era. We're in the second half of the year. It has been a huge learning experience, but I'm so grateful for that. Like, I'm so grateful. And let me tell you something else. There's some other realizations that I had since the last time I went to London, and one of them is like working with brands. I have decided, when I was first in social media, I was like, oh my God, like I want to work with this brand, I want to work with that brand, and this makeup brand here, and this fitness brand here. And that was like my #1 priority when I first started. Those brand deals don't come until you foster community, and that's what I've done. I don't have a lot of that goes viral, and like, that's okay. That's not my role. That's not what I'm seeking. Okay, what I'm seeking is community. What I'm seeking is relationships and relatability and connection. Connection doesn't always come in virality, and I understand that. There are things that I've done, there are like products that I've tried, there are makeup things that I've tried, but they're not like the ones that are like in my routine all the time. And if it doesn't look like that, or it's not something that I genuinely love and would use every day, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to do any of that because it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it for you guys. Though, am I taking like a pay cut and saying no to all these deals? Like, yeah, and a part of me like that grew up with so much lack, like feels a little bit of like weird saying no to things like that and like dollar signs like that. But it's like, I'm in it for a different reason. And I have to remind myself that every time, because it's not just about money in this space. It is about creating impact and having influence and doing change. And I'm okay with whatever sacrifices need to be made to continue to be on that path, because I know that God has a completely different alignment for me. I'm meant for so much more, and I have to walk through this space and act like that. And that is what I'm gonna continue to do. I feel really good about that, and it's become so easy to say no to things that I don't wanna do because it takes away from what I can do for you guys. That will always be my main priority, always. All right, finish your cardio. I have about 8.5 minutes left, and then we'll get into the workout. It's kind of spicy. Okay, so the first exercise we're gonna do are reverse alternating lunges. We're gonna do 3 sets of 20. I'm telling you right now, this is not funny. One time I was doing it, I hadn't done full body in a really long time, and I did it with my friend Jasmine. I was like, oh my God, like, yeah, like full body workout matcha, like, you know, like that's my dream date. We did it, and I'm telling you that like directly after the exercise, I could not feel my legs. And I don't know if it's that I haven't done a barbell lunge in forever, or if doing 3 sets of 20 with a 2-minute rest in between just beat my. Now, I already know for a fact that this is going to take me out, so I'm only gonna use 10s on each side. Last time I did 25s, but again, like we all know, I have the knees of a goddamn baby Tyrannosaurus Rex. Honestly, they probably have strong knees, to be honest. I don't know what I'm trying to compare this bitch to. All right, wish me luck. And so you're just gonna alternate back and forth. I used to, if you want to make it easier, you do the same leg, but the alternating is evil. Obviously, you really don't want your knee to tap that ground, but I'm weak. Oh my balls, this is awful. I think I will forever be a lunge hater because something about that just doesn't feel right. It just feels like a little too hard. But one of the reasons why I've chosen to do reverse lunges during this full body day is again because of my knees. Reverse lunges, and I'm not using the smooth machine. I know this is unlike me, I always use this machine, but when you're doing reverse lunges, there's typically more stability around the knee, and that is my main priority because the last thing I want to do is be 25, 26, even in my 30s, and like walking up the stairs and my knees are killing me. Like that's embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing how out of breath I am over some lunges, but I don't want these old outdoing me. Okay, so the next exercise we are doing are a single arm kneeling press. I just like to do some functional movements, and I just like being on my knees. I swear to God, I am not a sexual deviant. I'm just a pervert, and I think it's funny. I don't actually like being on my knees. Okay, so I like to use a kettlebell for this, but you can use a regular dumbbell if you don't have one. The biggest thing with this is keeping your core very tight and super engaged. If you have struggle engaging your core, I want you to think about your little brother or your punk sister, or maybe that ugly kid at school who used to bully you, trying to punch you in the gut, okay? And that feeling where you contract your stomach, that is you engaging your core, and that's what you're gonna think about. Take your dumbbell, you're gonna offset it, keep one arm up, keep the chest high, the core tight, and you're just gonna press it up. You're gonna do 8 reps per side. You wanna make sure to use a challenging weight because again, like this is less about the arm and more about you keeping yourself very stable. Oh my ballsack. There's like too many people in here today. Okay, and then you're gonna take a 1-minute rest. Is anyone listening to the new Justin Bieber album? Like, cause I'm here for it. I know again, like it's the 15th when I filmed this, so like this came out like this week, but he's got 3 bops in there. I mean, he's got more than 3 bops, but like there's only 2 bops that I'm like listening to on repeat, and that's Daisies and that's Butterfly. Okay, I've been doing like more wholesome stuff. Like yes, like this weekend, me and my friend Lana went to go and do pottery, and we like painted, and oh my God, I'm gonna insert a video of like what I made, but like it was so cute. Like I made like little blueberries and oranges and cherries and like polka dots, and I made 2, and I'm gonna gift it to someone, and I'm really excited because it was made from the heart. Literally, it was supposed to be us like spending time and like bonding, but we literally sat there in silence, zoned in, focused for like 2.5, almost 3 hours. But you know what I mean? Like you can't talk about shit when you're sitting here trying to make sure your blueberries like centered. So I'm in my wholesome girl like era. Like I'm going out for walk, I'm going to the park, I'm going to the farmer's market, I'm grabbing dinner with the girls. Like very woman focused, very this focused. And things have even been like shifting with me and Ariel too. Like she's been going to therapy. Like I've been like trying to do my best to be like a better friend, like in general, like to all of my friends, but especially her. And like I think our relationship has just gotten so strong, and I'm so grateful for all of like the hardships that we've gone through, because like you really get, when it comes to friends, like you really get to decide whether or not this is someone that you want in your life, especially like when you're in adulthood and like your friendships are no longer because of proximity. You have to take a second to reflect and realize whether or not someone is worth fighting for. And despite everything that like me and Ariel's relationships have gone through, like she is always going to be worth fighting for, and I'm so happy that I have someone that feels the same for me. Strong female relationship. There's so much going on here. I'm like getting like severely overstimulated. So The next exercise that you're gonna do is a lying leg raise. I really like this exercise for that side glute, that glute minimus as well. And typically it's something that I don't like to get to target as much on my leg day. So what I like to do is make sure that if I can't get it on my leg day, then I put it in my full body day. Once you kind of look sideways, I kind of cross one knee up, and to be honest, you don't want to hold the plate, right? You just kind of want to like stabilize it on the leg, and you're just gonna go nice and slow, and you're gonna literally take this to failure, and then you're gonna go ahead and do a hold until your leg can hold no more. Okay, so you're shaking like in your boots like a stripper in church. So I'm doing about 10 pounds. I used to do 25, but I hurt my hip, so be careful. And so what we were doing before was we were doing a movement in isokinetic, but now when you're holding it like that in the air, you were contracting the muscle isometrically. So even though you're not going up or down, you're not contracting, you're not going in a concentric or eccentric, what you're doing is the muscle is having to stabilize itself, and that's a different way of working it. And I always like to include some isometric work with my workout. Okay, so the next exercise we're doing are gorilla rows. We're gonna do 2 sets for 40 seconds, okay? Make sure you get a good squeeze. Genuinely don't know what it is. Something about a gorilla row just does it for me. Like, it just feels strong. You know, it feels like, it doesn't feel flaccid at all, and I can really appreciate that. Okay, we are finally at our last exercise, because again, I told you guys, like, in the out. Okay, first we were supposed to do planks, but I'm not really in a plank mood. Like, I just don't want my elbows. Like, I'm not feeling it. So we're gonna do 2 sets, 30 seconds on each side of kettlebell snatches, okay, with the single leg raise, okay? Again, focusing on stability, focusing on that core strength, focusing on using those muscles. Perfect, it's beautiful, I love it. Now the movement, you're gonna kind of bring it up like this, right? Bring it up, and you're gonna flip. I would start with like a light weight if you're not used to the movement, and then work your way up. That's really how you should do anything. You don't have to be like full send it every time. You're gonna do 2 sets of that. I have no clue how long this video is gonna be, nor am I sure if it was good. I just know that I lost motivation halfway through it, but I've been filming a lot. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. I'm really proud of you if you got up and got productive. I know we're in the summer months right now, and like motivation is fleeting. Trust me, I feel it. Shift your goals and your perspective towards smaller goals. At the bare minimum, stay in routine. Even if you're not doing like a great job in the gym, which is how I feel in here today. Like, I didn't do a great job in here, but at least I showed up and I got done what was supposed to get done, and I'm still in my flow. Because like this right now and in this point in time is like when people just fall off and they don't get back on until their New Year's resolution, and like you're not doing that. And I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you, and I'm supporting you, and I'm rooting for you, and any other adjectives that also make it feel like I'm touching you. Now, if you haven't already liked and subscribed and you got to this point of the video, like, that's weird, but I get it. Actually, I don't get it. Stop being weird. And you tell your grandpappy that I said I love him. And those crinkly bunions.
Oh, behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.